what really happened with the contract. You guys wouldn't give them the stability they needed to keep their staffing, and that's why the contract went out the window. It had nothing to do with money. It had nothing to do with pay raises or anything like that. It had to do with they just wanted their staffing. That was all they wanted, and they gave everything up, and you guys turned them away. And that's why they took it off the table. You're not going to go somewhere, pay for something, and get nothing. That's what they were paying for with all the concessions that they made. They were making concessions to get their staffing. So let's stop telling everybody that it was because they wanted more money and they walked away from it. You guys were the initial ones to walk away. That's first. Second off, why are you going to privatize an ambulance company? Pay out-of-town people to come in, work on the ambulance. God forbid they have to go to some of our senior citizens' houses, which most of these guys, they know my name. They walk in their house and say, oh, hi, Mrs. Green. How are you doing today? Well, we're going to take care of you. Instead, they're going to have another ambulance people walk in that aren't from this town, don't know how we are a stable unit together. They're going to go, all right, get on the ambulance. And they're going to treat them like crap. And you can't tell me they're not going to, because they are. They don't care about people in the city like these guys do. Hello?
You asked a question? You haven't given a question yet.
Why are you going to privatize an ambulance company? They're going to walk, God forbid something happens to you or one of your family members, they're not going to get a rat's caboose of who you are. They're going to treat you just like some other scumbag in town. They're not going to give a rat's ear. And then for our senior citizens that are on Medicaid or something like that, we don't hard bill right now. You go to a private ambulance company, they're going to hard bill. And they're going to come after them hard. And if their Medicaid doesn't pay for everything, they're going to have to pay for the rest of it.
This was something that was brought up to both of the people that we talked to at Saltville.
Both of what people?
Cooper Hospital and Birchwood.
And what did they say?
They said that that's pretty much a standard.
That's not a standard because it's a hospital itself hard bills. So they're not going to turn around with an ambulance company and be like, oh, okay, you don't pay, okay.
We're at the very beginning of the process. A lot of work has to be done. Decisions have to be made based upon the information that's provided in the proposals. Those are all concerns that we replace that the governing body is aware of and will be taken into account with the determinations you make.
I'm sorry, I understood not one word you said because I couldn't understand you.
We're at the beginning of the process. We've asked for proposals. When we get the proposals, they'll be looked at. The concerns that you voiced tonight are legitimate concerns that have to be taken into account. I'm sure they will be by the governing body before any decisions are made about whether or not to go down this road.
Okay. Right.
That's a legal expense.
Whatever. You guys are doing fantastic.
Anybody else coming forward?
Okay, I don't want to interfere with anybody else right now. Louisa Llewellyn, 508 Nicholson Road. I'm here to be Little Miss Sunshine. And I'm smiling. I want to say thank you to a lot of people, and a lot of them are sitting here, for the way that they have come to the rescue of the food pantry. Our firemen did an overnight camp out and brought in a lot of groceries for the food pantry. The Gloucester City Council's Committee for Celebrations also came to the rescue when they gave us the food and money from the trolley ride. And this has been very important. This is a city that is a family. It's not a city of individuals, it's a city of families. And they come to the rescue, whether it's the food pantry, or a fire, or someone having a heart attack. They're just needing a grass cut sometimes, or the snow shovel. Please don't destroy the family. And it sounds like tonight, the family's really at odds and evens and ends and all over the place. Somewhere there has to be someone sit down, not connected with either group, and listen and let them vent and so on. Because this is a good place to vent, but it doesn't resolve issues. So you need somebody who, I guess, can just keep everybody calm, talk things over, and first thing you know, we'll be a family again. Thank you.
Sean Dan, Gloucester, 231 Mercer Street. Regarding the independent ambulance billing, I'm kind of confused that other agencies were cast aside, whatever private companies, and it's kind of narrowed down to Cooper and New Virtual right now. How is it that...
I'm not saying that that's the end of the game. It's not just between two agencies.
Well, that's, the names are...
We want the best possible service that we can possibly get.
You had it, you all gave it up.
With those two agencies in particular, Cooper is an untested BLS service. They don't have a BLS service. They're going to hire the kids that are getting their certs out of DMV school. That's what you're going to have. And a history lesson with Virtual. If Virtual used to run a county EMS privatized ambulance service, they're no longer in the county. So I don't understand where thought process is coming into Virtual or Cooper.
You know, I know I'm getting up here too much now, but a few years back, my wife was real bad sick. She had cancer. She still got it. She got a ruptured ulcer. I didn't forget about this. Our fire department was there in about 3 minutes, I guess. She lost 5 pints of blood. They got her to the hospital in time. They gave her 6 pints back. For years, this thing was still, she takes medicine. But I think if we didn't have the people that knew where we live at, we don't have to call Central and have things like that nature. These are the kind of things we have to think about. It's not a money thing. It's just like Mr. Warren said, we are family. Most of these grew up in this town. I'm your father and your grandfathers. I've been around a long time. And I haven't seen such much disrupting the town I love as I heard tonight.
Trevor Dillon, 18 North King Street, Gloucester. I kept this ad, Courier Post dated July 1st, Gloucester City firefighters to keep jobs. And our taxes were increased to $45 to retain the firefighters. Mr. Marchese said at the time that the city will also save money that would otherwise have been needed for attorney's fees and unemployment compensation. Jack Lipton said he had until June 30th to complete budget cuts. Do you do budget cuts every 6 months? Well, it seems like it. And our firefighters were laid off, so when can we expect a rebate in our taxes? Because now you don't need that, because you laid off the firefighters.
That money was already spent
Spent for what?
to pay them for the rest of the year.
Well, is that, it's going to continue, isn't it? Are you going to stop it?
No?
That will stay in our taxes.
Yes.
Well, when can we get it? That's the question. We will no longer have the 8 firefighters, and another one will retire next year. So that's increased taxes that you don't need because you're not paying the firefighters anymore.
Okay.
Okay? So where's the tax rebate?
There will be no tax rebate. It's all the way up to the end of this year. We're still paying the fire.
And we're still going to pay the
So
added
next year,
taxes
next year, it'll be increased then. Is that what you're saying?
And your insurance and everything else didn't go down either. I understand what you mean, but everything else goes up, but that little and that, there's millions of dollars in other costs. We had to use from a settlement just to balance the budget of $1 million.
Did the city have a surplus this year?
I don't know what our surplus is going to be.
Well, after everybody's budget that they don't spend, that goes up to, I think, 2 years later. So you can call it surplus, but it's what they ask in each budget that they didn't spend.
So another, we don't get the tax, we won't get it rebate in
I
the
hope
taxes.
so. I hope so.
That's so why. Because our firemen are will no longer be there.
That was raised for, right?
And that's right, that's why taxes are
That was
increased.
state.
Firefighters to change it. Thank you.
Good job.
Anybody else with thoughts?
Daniel, 19 North Street, I have a question for the chief. Hey, Chief, you understand that you are the chief of the department, correct?
That's correct.
You always had somebody prior to you in administrative duties to help you, correct?
That is correct.
You no longer have them, correct?
No.
Okay. So then you're doing double duty,
Yes.
fire prevention and everything else with that, correct? Okay, thank you. Just want to wish everybody a happy holiday, and like I say, happy New Year too, I don't know how that's okay. And one more thing, just want to thank you, Bruce, for acknowledging the Gloucester City Fire, you personally. Thank you.
And anybody else want to talk about
I'm Jerry Hubs, 223 Greenwood Avenue. I can't help but to